What's up, everybody? My name is Joe Brown. This is the Heresy Financial Show, and today we are talking about gas prices and why gas prices have not fallen on average, even though the price of oil has started to drop. We are going to explain the brief relationship between the price of oil and the price of gas and why that has not yet translated to a correction down in the price of gas. Ready? Let's dive in. All right, so if you're on Twitter, I recommend going and checking out this thread by @JG Golding, who put together this thread on the relationship between oil and the price of gas. Basically, here's what's going on. Take a look at the price of oil. Obviously, the price of oil has risen dramatically over the last couple of months, and there was a big spike once the invasion of Ukraine by Russia began. Now, I cannot tell you before last week, I cannot tell you the last time that I looked at gas prices. Actually, you know what? That's not true. I was on a road trip. I was driving back from Denver, and I stopped at a gas station literally in the middle of nowhere, and gas was like $6 a gallon, and I was like, wow, that is crazy. Other than that, I can't tell you the last time I looked at a gas price until last week. I looked, and it was $4.70 a gallon. I was like, you know what? That's a lot higher than I remember it being for a long time. And there was a big spike. It was like, the price to fill up my tank was relatively stable for a long time. Didn't really pay much attention to it. And then one day I looked up and it was like, man, that was a quick spike. And gas prices have not been coming down yet. Even though, taking a look at the price of oil, we've seen a retracement back down almost to where oil was before the war spike. There are two reasons for this, and the first reason is because of the lag time. The first thing that happens with oil is that obviously it's going to be taken out of the ground and it's going to be refined. Once they've turned it into fuel like gasoline, it is then going to be sent to the places where people like you and I are going to buy it from, the gas stations. Now, obviously, transporting a physical substance is not going to be instant. It's going to take time for the transportation to happen. And when you see drastic prices in oil change like this in just a couple of days, the price of oil going up 10, 20%, you are going to have that price of oil be changing while that fuel is in transport. This means that since oil prices were skyrocketing so quickly, and because of the lag in transportation time, it's very possible that for the most part, many gas stations were actually losing money at the pump. Most gas stations do not make money from selling the gas. They make their profits from selling you snacks and drinks inside the store. Further, many of these companies are mom and pop shops. They're franchises. They're not giant corporations. And so you have small business owners making these decisions, and that can lead them to a couple of days, maybe even longer, of accidentally selling gas at a price that is too low. So over the last week or so, even though the price of oil has been coming down, we haven't seen a same drop in the price of gas because there's a little bit to be made up for. What this means is that if oil continues to drop from here, eventually gas prices will respond by going back down. However, there's a problem. If you've noticed on this oil chart that I've been showing you as of the day of this recording, oil is up 10% in just one day here. Oil is back up significantly just today, which means that anybody who is looking at what price to sell their gas at, they're not going to respond by dropping it now when it looks like the price of oil might continue to go up, that it was a brief drop and now we're spiking back up extremely quickly. If prices were to steadily move lower and volatility was decreasing, then we might see a corresponding drop in the price of gas soon. But because oil is continuing to look extremely volatile, moving up 10% in one day, and the chances are for it to continue to go higher, and gas stations have to be aware of the transportation time, that lag time, and they don't want to make the mistake of selling it at a loss, well, we might see much higher gas prices continue for a lot longer into the future than we would like. So at this point, it looks like that if we are wondering when the gas prices will come back down to levels that they were just a couple of months ago and stay there, we're going to be looking at oil falling significantly and staying low with reduced volatility. As always, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.